Attaboy.
I don't know.
Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh.
Can I help with anything, man? You want to pull stuff up? Start setting up some sounds. Of the few gripes I have with this band, one of the biggest gripes was we've always been trying to figure out our sound in a recorded environment. When we play live, we play with what we have, and like it's a no-brainer. But when we record, you know, we always want to try different recording methods, instrumentation, production techniques, and I have honestly always been disappointed with the end result. It's an album, it's fine, but it feels like it never ever has reached my expectation for what I want us to sound like recorded. So with 12 midnight, just midnight, there's no 12 midnight, it's just midnight. I'm really hoping this is the album that kind of cements, you know, and really captures what we are, what we do, what we sound like. Yeah.
We're going to rehearse in Evan's garage, as usual. And that's Evan, by the way. Have you met Evan yet? Evan and I go way back. I used to be roommates with his wife now. He got kids, yo.
It's pretty bonkers.
Yeah. I guess I have an endless amount of optimism, or at least I've had an endless amount of optimism, because for years we just set out a goal and we just accomplish it, and then another goal and then we'd accomplish it, and my ego got really high and my confidence got really high that we could just do anything. But I guess when the world kind of came to a stop, the music industry came to a stop, I realized that, you know, there's some things we can't control, and I got really depressed. I mean, I kind of crumbled. I didn't realize how depressed I was. I had to talk through it with a lot of people for a long time and realize that, one, it's okay that the world stopped. It's something I can't control. And it taught me some patience, but yeah, it wasn't easy at all. Yes. More, please. Run now, Roger, run now. I'm not gonna answer your call. Roger, run now, Roger, run now. You are gonna need all.
This is my favorite thing to do. Work-wise, I guess. It's not just about the music. It's about the relationships. It's about the people that you get to meet. It's about the things that you get to do. But at the same time, it's a lot of pressure to be... I mean, we're not a big band, right? We're a medium-sized band. We're big in some respects in some places, but it's a lot of pressure to have people kind of look up to you in this way, if only because they've seen you grow up. Some of the kids who were fans back when they were, you know, toddlers are now teenagers or adults, and we're starting to see how we have made an influence on their lives. I think that's one of the coolest things about being in a band that you don't really hear about, right? Like the time aspect of it, of like what it actually means to be in something for this long.
Morning. So today is day one of recording. We're super excited. I got some coffee in the morning. No, I didn't get some. I went to Island Vintage Coffee in the morning, and John, who's holding the camera, got some coffee. It's got a little bit of downtime. Rehearsed for probably about 6 hours yesterday. I think we're going to do pretty good, so we're really excited to see how the session goes.
This album process is very different in terms of, one, we're making it live, as in everyone records together at the same time. There is no separation. There's no individual tracking one-to-one of each instrument. That we create a sound that is meant to replicate what we sound like on stage at shows in front of big audiences, which we are hopefully getting back to pretty soon.
Oh, we found a Jesse! Now the real question is, how are we gonna get in the car? I guess we'll just cross the street.
We have a few new tricks and surprises for this album. It is our first album that Ben is playing a lot of banjo for. First album in a while that I am playing a lot of acoustic, normal cello for. And it is our first album that is mostly recorded with a live studio drummer, who's also a very good friend of ours.
Most valuable primate.
What?
John just said the most, the real MVP.
Yeah.
Did you guys eat? Did you guys have sufficient food in
I've
you?
eaten.
I ate, yeah.
Okay.
Have you eaten?
I've eaten.
I also got mango. You want some?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm like, dude, nah, do I want it? I mean, the glutton in me, the dude who wants to be greedy and just eat it for the sake of eating it because it's free and available says yes, but like the rational dude's like, I'm not hungry. I don't feel any compelling desire to eat this, so I'm just not gonna eat this.
Okay.
Like, ask me that question like 2, 3, 4 years ago, I would have taken your whole bag and be like, yeah, I'll eat it. But it's like I don't need to eat it, dude.
How have you grown in the last 12 years?
12 years? I'm bigger. I'm smarter. I have a different accordion than when I started. I've written songs. I definitely feel more independent, more confident to do stuff creatively, on a creative plane on my own. Streetlight Cadence was very much a crutch for me to kind of like explore that element of my life, the creative artistic side, but now I've reached a point where I'm working on a little solo project as well myself. I mean, doesn't change what I do in the band here, but I now feel like I can, take flights from the nest and like, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that, while still having, the beauty that is what we do in Streetlight Cadence. This is your first time at Pierre's, yeah?
It is my first time here.
This is where it all began.
I know.
This is where you, Danny, and I recorded our EP before thinking of you.
There was a point in time where this was everything, and we really pushed this idea that, it was probably me the most, who was pushing this idea that this is all or nothing. We started our band that way. We street performed, it was fun. We decided that when college ended, we could all get real jobs, or we could make this our career. And the only way we could make this our career was if it paid us as though it was a career. And the only way to make that happen was everybody's got to be all in all the time. And accepting this new fate that that's not the case, that we're not all just going to get up, jump out of our seats for whatever opportunity comes, possibly because maybe we need that space between us.
Hey! May we come in? Pierre!
Hi, Pierre.
Cameraman.
So good to meet you, man.
Oh, you're the man with the plan.
Yeah, I am.
Here at Rendezvous Recording with Pierre Grill, the excellent Crazy Frenchman, we have recorded our band's absolute very first EP, which was titled... No one knows. Okay, maybe it didn't even have a title. It was like 5 tracks, spent $200-$300 of sidewalk money to make it. Literally recorded probably in about 2 hours, and the original members of the band walked out with a disc that they listened to on the car ride home, and it was magical, and it was ethereal, and it was live. Just like this, 12 years later, live at the exact same place that the band did the very first EP.
Oh, I didn't even need this run. I'll put it back in.
Bonjour, vous êtes drummer boy.
Hi, I'm Evan.
Evan?
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you.
How you doing? You have a long, frizzy hair.
Good to see you, my man.
The Rasta. know.
Yeah, that's such a good song.
I never really experienced this, but you know, there was a time when the guys had really no other obligations, and whatever obligations they had, like master's degrees, they dropped for the band. You know, when you're young, single, and free, and not tethered to anything, you could really do anything you want. And now we're in a place where we have other things that we really care about that are hard to leave, and that part of it forms each of our individual identities. And to dedicate the time that you want to this band also means taking away time from the other things that kind of round you out as a person.
I was just like, I couldn't even remember.
You
what
guys
I
are
put down.
pushing
Buttons.
my stuff. So then I'm wondering, why do I have all this shit up here, you know? Well, so once every 6 years I can record Streetlight Cadence.
Can you see me on the multicam?
Yeah. Wait, speak.
Hello.
Yeah, dude, you're pretty live. I mean, there's like almost no delay. Yeah.
Wow. Oh man, no kidding. So bright in here. This band, we have been in a pretty effective marriage for the last 12 years, and there's one silver lining for me to pick out of COVID. It's honestly to step away from the band, for all of us to split, for all of us to be living in literally like different quadrants of the country. And I feel like I took a step back from chasing like this immediate, like, you know, get rich big quick scheme to like reconnect with why I love doing with what I do with the band. And, you know, creating like that space, that room to breathe, that room for us to all kind of pursue our own individual passions and ventures has been an incredibly healing, therapeutic thing for me. And I mean, to put it kind of just ironically, having a year away from the band has made me feel a lot closer to it. Because, yeah, I mean, for a hot minute I thought, oh, this is where we break up. But I think once we all cooled our jets and, you know, realized what we want to do, where we want to go with our lives, I think we can continue to be Streetlight Cadence, continue to keep making incredible music, but also nourish healthy individual passions and dreams. And I think that level of balance is what's going to really carry us for what could be years, decades to come.
That was gonna be a long day.
Woo. This past year has been a lot about soul searching, about self-discovery. And for many of the guys, it's been about going back to our roots. I think that in the next year, we're going to be approaching some people that we haven't approached because we've been looking somewhere else. I think we're still going to get to the places that we've always wanted to get to, the giant goals that we've always had. But this just might be a different way to get there. Here we are.
It's just you and me, Ben,
Yep.
and Kathryn tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, we're excited. We'll be working with Kathryn Schulmeister tomorrow. She's a friend of ours and an amazing bassist who plays music that's beyond all understanding. But it's gonna be good.
Last time we were on this street, Jesse and Ben broke my heart and said they didn't want to pursue the TV show anymore. And to make that worse, Jesse fell off my skateboard, kicked it out into the street, and a truck broke it in half. And then there was like months of emotional trauma that went through. All's better now.
Yay, San Diego! Oh, here we go.
You ready for this morning?
Yeah.
We're gonna get to the studio, meet Roy, the new studio engineer that we've never met, and we're gonna record Kathryn, the coolest upright bass player, who's just totally willing to do this project on incredibly short notice.
Recording. This is Roy.
Roy, we're out front.
Okay, cool. Give me a few minutes. I'll be right there.
Okay, see you in a sec.
Okay. Bye.
Today, my next guest is Kathryn Schulmeister. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
Kathryn is a Grammy-nominated upright bass player. Did I say that right? Is that correct?
Yeah. Double bass, maybe.
Oh man, this is the first time we're ever gonna have ever had a bassist on a record.
Really?
Yep. Whoa.
I was just really excited when you all reached out to me, and you know, my background's in classical music or contemporary music, so I'm normally just completely buried in fully notated music. I mean, I do improvise, but usually when I improvise, it's like super free, like experimental. So this was something different for me in that, you know, it was sort of like there was very clear structure, but not everything was notated in musical notation. So that was something different, and yeah, and I just was trying to get the vibe of the songs and hoping I could fit in well enough.
I mean, I think she did awesome.
Well, we're very grateful for you because you have outclassed all of us in multiple ways, and we are entirely, I guess, just humbled, and we'd like to just say thank you.
No, thank you. I'm humbled. No, thanks for having me.
Anytime. We'll drag you kicking and screaming to the next one. So.
Yeah.
Forest 3.
Again.
Since there's no tomorrow, like you said, it's now or never.
You look so serious.
Such concentration.
Just strumming violin. That's the freaking 5-year-old can do that.
That dude doesn't even know how to wear headphones. They're supposed to go on your ear.
For real.
But that is an impressive level of concentration. That's... okay.
I think one of the most amazing things about being a musician is that you get to take your kids to work with you sometimes, and you can show them what you do. You can show them, hey, look at this YouTube video that Daddy's in, or look at this, you know, hear the song, or like come to this concert, so that my son and my daughter can see what their father does as a living. Maybe it's something that they'll end up doing when they grow older. Welcome to the Hawaii Monarch, your #1 spot for the most luxurious stay in Honolulu. At least that's where we're staying. But yeah, it's day 2 of recording today. I feel like we did pretty good yesterday. We got through 8 songs, we got 4 more to go. Haven't broken any strings yet. Happy with all of that. So it's day 2. How'd you feel about day 1? How are you feeling with coming into day 2?
You know, isn't today day 3?
Day 2 in the studio. Day 3.
Yeah, so we're day 2 in the studio, and honestly, it feels like day 80 in the studio. There's just something about the energy today. It feels like I've been here not a day, but a year. Not a week, but a lifetime. Not a year, but a millennia.
It's kind kind of metaphorical considering what this project is.
Yeah, there's something about going to the studio where it just feels like you go through a time warp and you come out minus a lot of money and you have a CD suddenly that wasn't there before.
Not to draw even more weird metaphors, but you are tattooed across your shoulders and arms. Will you show us your tattoos real fast? Just because you are the accordion, and I feel like this is worth bringing in.
I am the accordion.
Explain to us your tattoos.
Yes, so it's just a simple design I made. It's just like a deconstructed accordion. So you got 41 keys for a full-size piano accordion. These are the register symbols. That's a whole nother thing. It's an accordion thing. This side you have 120 buttons for the bass side of the accordion and another register symbol for that. And in the middle you have the bellows. So when you're squeezing, it's like... Yeah. I mean, how does everyone feel?
Well, we wanted to re-record the drums and rooftops, that one fill.
Yep.
Anything else that anyone else wants to record?
Everything's just drums right now, yeah.
I think that was it. That was the last fill. That was the last of everything. Oh, hey, Bri.
I am so thankful for the career that has been handed us. We're a group of mediocre musicians at best, and none of us really deserve this as much as 1,000 other musicians that I know. And we've gotten so far, and it's only because we've been among incredible people who have guided us along the way, who've stopped just to listen and has given us advice and encouragement, maybe $1 in our case. People who actually bought CDs decade after CDs were no longer really a thing. We've been given a career that we didn't deserve, and I have no reason to believe that we should have gotten that. So I'm just entirely thankful for all the support that we've just kind of been given, and I'm insanely thankful that a bunch of my friends one day said, yeah, let's go be musicians and let's make music, and here we are.
There we go.
What's the spiel? What do I say?
Nothing. You don't have to say anything. We're just done.
We're done.
How's it feel? It's been 3 days, yeah?
Why don't you just show everybody your drawing?
I want you guys to see something I made for all of you. This is my...
Ooh, here, let me show you mine. We arted. We did some art. And Ben, do you wanna show him yours?
You can show him mine.
There's Ben's. Nice. And we're just gonna show Jesse without his permission. Oh, there he is. Jesse, come here. Show off your artwork to the camera.
Cost you $5.